All right, today we're going to be talking about how to find the next 100x meme coin. So I'm very excited to put this together. This is going to be a step-by-step tutorial really focused on someone who's in crypto, but they would like to get more into the meme coin genre and they don't really know what meme coins are all about or how to get started, how to find early projects, how to find projects that have the potential to go up to 100x or more, how to avoid the scams. Like basically when I decided to start investing in meme coins, I put everything that I've learned as I've started doing this into this video guide here for those of you that are watching. So I'm just going to lay it all on the line. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to show you behind the curtains. I'm going to show you stuff that I've not seen anyone else talk about on YouTube. So if you can appreciate that, do me a favor and smash that like button. And hopefully by the end of this video, I've been able to earn a subscribe as well. Nothing in this video should be considered financial advice. If you're new to crypto, understand cryptocurrency is already risky. Meme coins are probably the riskiest asset class in all of crypto because we're talking about getting into projects early. We're talking about getting into projects that are incredibly volatile, and most meme coins eventually go to zero, and some get to zero rather quickly. We'll be talking about that as well a little bit later in the video. But of course, we're looking for projects that are potentially going to pump. Could you imagine if you'd been the guy who purchased Pepe token for $27? Do you know he ended up earning over $1 million at the peak on a $27 investment? What about the sheep token? $34,000 for one investor became $5.66 billion. And what do you want to bet? None of those guys knew how much their token values were going to go up. But I'm going to show you how we can not know the future, but still plan to be able to make investments that can do extraordinary things. All right, let's get into this. First of all, I'm going to kind of do a recap of what all we're going to cover in this video, and then we're going to start taking it step by steps. What is a meme coin? What makes a meme coin, and why are they so much different than other cryptocurrency investments? What do you need to get started investing in meme coins? What can give a meme coin 100x potential? We're going to look at what are the common meme coin scams, how to avoid the common scams, and I'm going to give you an actual risk profile checklist that I actually use. And I feel like I've avoided most all scams because there's one little scam I fell for. I'll show you that too so you can learn from it. But I avoided most scams because of this checklist. How to find meme coins. There are about 3 different ways to be able to find meme coins that are launching in real time. Most people have no idea. You can even get alerted that new projects are launching. You can get alerted every single time there's a brand new one that just launched. You literally, if you ever want to get in on the ground floor, be one of the first investors, you absolutely can do that. It's not hard. I'm going to show you how. We're going to look at the meme coin story. I'm going to give you my meme coin investment strategy or my investing strategy. The goal of my strategy is to find those 100x meme coins. That's specifically what we're looking for. Things that have potential to at least go up 100x from the point of purchase. That's not always because the project is quality, just so you know. Sometimes it's because we get in early, but more about that later. We want to be able to, my strategy is all about limiting risk along the way and earning profit on the way to 100x. I am never going to be that guy who invests $27, runs it up to $1 million and never ever cash out, and then somehow it drops all the way back down to zero. God forbid. Like that would never be me. That with the strategy that I'm using, we don't have to worry about that. I'm going to give you my exact framework. We're going to look at renewable income methods, and I'm going to give you my favorite method. We're also going to do some live meme coin picks as well if we have time, and I'm going to discuss some lessons from meme coin millionaires as well in this video. So let's go ahead and get going. The basics. What is a meme coin? So this comes directly from Google, and I love this definition because it's partly wrong. Meme coins are a cryptocurrency genre loosely defined as having an exuberant online community supporting the currency's growth. They are sometimes identified with animated character or animal meme images. During recent cryptocurrency boom, top currencies to gain meme coin status included Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. The reason I say this is wrong, and ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing what the quote-unquote experts of the world still don't know about cryptocurrency. I mean, this is directly from some website that has enough authority to rank really, really well with Google. And they're wrong. Dogecoin and Shiba Inu did not become meme coins. They didn't develop a status. There's not like a prize. Congratulations, you became a meme coin. That's not how that works. Dogecoin was a meme coin the moment it was created. Shiba Inu was a meme coin at creation. Meme coins are created with no utility. There's no big use case. Meme coins are not designed to be the next digital currency like maybe Bitcoin is, or they're not designed to be some sort of store of value like Bitcoin. They're not designed by nature to be the next metaverse project, play to earn project. They're not designed by nature to be part of Web3, the next Ethereum, for example. That's not their intention. That's not their design. They're nothing more than a standard blockchain currency created with the whole idea of making fun of something normally. That's it. By the way, the history of meme coins, just so you know, Dogecoin was the first meme coin. And it's interesting because it's almost like Dogecoin memed the creator. The creator created Dogecoin to have practically no value. It was expected to go nowhere. And it was a joke, basically saying that blockchain is not important. It's not that special. Anybody can do it. Bitcoin's not special. Anybody can create something similar to Bitcoin. Yet when he created it, because of the characteristics of the blockchain, and because all blockchain currencies derive value from a community that believes in them, and people started buying the token, partially sort of as, it was a lot of Bitcoin enthusiasts that would be like, oh, I'll own a little bit of Dogecoin. I even heard people personally 3-4 years ago saying, I'm going to mine some Dogecoin for my kids in the future. Almost like it was some sort of just a brand new digital collectible thing. And lo and behold, as more people did that, because of the characteristics of blockchain technology, it started gaining in value. And it's gone up millions of percent since its inception. And it has real value and have made millionaires and even billionaires out of its investors. The original creator, I don't think, owns any Dogecoin. He was trying to prove that it was worthless, that it would go to zero. Yet he got memed, literally. It's crazy. So why do people invest in meme coins? Well, they love the story behind them. I just told you part of the story of Dogecoin, for example. If you are a cryptocurrency enthusiast and you like to invest in stories, that's a great story to invest in. Or Shiba Inu, who was created to be a copy sort of Doge, if you will. Yet now it's starting to create real utility. So there's two reasons to invest in it. It's a meme coin, but part of the story is utility that it's potentially creating. That's a really neat story. Sometimes people invest in the meme coins because of community. All these meme coins that explode in value end up developing strong communities. People invest in meme coins because of speculation. Meme coins go up and down in value probably more or faster or quicker. They have more volatility than most any other cryptocurrency asset probably. The volatility is really unbelievable, but it's ripe for trading and speculating. So that's another reason people may invest in meme coins. So what do you need to get started? Well, first of all, you need to basically be able to buy cryptocurrency. Now, if you don't know how to buy cryptocurrency, I have a 6-minute video. I'll try to link it above. I'll try to put it down in the description. It's how to buy Bitcoin with your bank account. That will get you started. But once you buy that Bitcoin, you need to either use this video to buy Ethereum or you need to convert it to Ethereum. And once you do that, the next thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get you a browser wallet or a browser extension wallet, something like MetaMask. I have a link. I'll put that up in the video as well, up in the cards, or I'll put it down in the description also that shows you how to install and use MetaMask. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your Bitcoin, you're going to trade it to Ethereum, or you're going to take your Ethereum from the cryptocurrency exchange, you're going to send it to your browser wallet. Once you send it to your browser wallet, you're good to go. Now that's important. The reason you have to have a browser extension wallet is because most of your meme coins are not traded early on your centralized exchanges like Coinbase or Binance. So you're going to have to use a decentralized exchange to be able to trade them. In order to do that, you have to have a browser extension wallet like MetaMask. Again, none of this is financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just a cryptocurrency enthusiast. I freaking love this stuff, and I'm just showing you exactly what I've done and what I am doing. What can give a meme coin 100x potential? We're talking about 100x potential from purchase. First of all, the easiest is getting in early. But you got to know how to find projects in order to get in early. The earlier you get in, the more risk you have. Also, the more potential reward. So you got to be aware of the risk versus reward dynamic. But the easiest way to get into a project and earn 100x is to be able to get in early and hope that the project does well. Now, most meme coins trade for fractions of a penny, but just for illustration purposes. If you have a token and it costs $1 and it does a 100x from $1, that's $100 to $100 per token. Now, if you have a token that's valued at $100, in order for it to do 100x, it would have to go from $100 to $10,000 per token. So let me ask you, do you think it's easier for a token to go from $100 to $100? Or do you think it's easier to go from $100 to $10,000? Of course, it's going to be easier to do that first 100x. So just keep that in mind. getting in early is really important. It doesn't have to be at launch. Launch is the earliest you could get in, but it doesn't have to be at launch. But you want to get in as early as possible. Again, we're looking at what can give meme coin 100x potential. Getting in early can give them 100x potential. Is there a story, or is there a story developing? Sometimes there can be a story at launch, and then there can be a story developing. I have an AI token I'm going to share with you in a moment. It's got a great story, and that story really was part of the launch. It's such a cool story. I'm actually investing in this token. I'll talk about it in a minute. Another one is community. So getting in early, knowing, does a project have a story, and is there a community around the project? A lot of times when the community and story go hand in hand. So a great story will ultimately develop a community, and a community can help perpetuate or push a story narrative forward, for example. This would be a good example. There's a token out there that's, the story is they're fighting against the man, or they're fighting against bad leadership. They're fighting against sort of crypto regulations. And it's so cool because I'll show you the project a little bit later, but basically they literally have a congressman who tried to pick on, if you will, meme coins, and he tried to make a point. And they literally use that video, and they've memed it and created a currency that's had real value. It's kind of cool. So community and story is important. Getting in early, those three things. If you can get in early on a project that has a strong community and has a strong story behind it, you are investing in a project that has great 100x potential. Think about the community. You want to know, are they longer term focused? That's really important. Are they a project where there's a lot of people talking about this thing going to, like, 1 billion market cap or $100 million market cap? I mean, those are important things to know. Do people believe that this is gonna, be the future? Like, if you look at Dogecoin nowadays, there are people who think that Dogecoin is going to become a currency. If you look at Shiba Inu, it's a top 20 cryptocurrency today that's a meme coin that everybody's talking about the utility it's going to create, and they're going to be holding it forever and ever and ever because they think it's going to somehow go mainstream. And who knows, maybe it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. But that community rhetoric or that community talk is very long-term focused. You love to see that when you're investing into a meme coin. But that kind of stuff gets built over time. You don't necessarily start there in the beginning. So you want to avoid scams. What are the common scams? Well, there could be a typical rug pull. This is where they pull liquidity. Basically, there's no way to trade the token because they steal the money out of the liquidity pools. You don't have to know what that means other than it ends up in a big red candle and you can't sell. Here's another one. Honeypot scams. I remember the first time I fell for a honeypot scam. Jeez. I couldn't believe it. I'd never seen it before. And I'm covering common scams, but just understand, new crypto scams or new meme coin scams come out all the time. So these are the common ones we have to be aware of. So a honeypot is where the contract is set up in such a way that you cannot sell the tokens. Now, thankfully, it's pretty easy to spot honeypot tokens now. I'll show you how in a minute. But when you see a honeypot token, this means that you can buy the token all you want, but you cannot sell. When you sell, the transaction will not go through. The worst part about these honeypot scams is when you get into them early, you will not see a red candle, so you think it's safe to get in. And you get in and it's pumping and pumping and pumping. You're like, okay, I'm going to get out. I made some quick profit. I'm going to get out. You go to sell and you can't sell. Then you realize why there's not much of a red candle, because nobody can sell. And it's like, wow. And if you see a red candle, it's probably the dev selling a little bit. It's brutal, man. Honeypots are brutal. But I can show you how to avoid most of them. Also, there's bot manipulation. So you will always see bots. Bots are in crypto all the time. If you know how to look, they are there. But we're talking about someone who's manipulating the price there, and they're pumping up the price a great deal, and then they're slowly selling. And this is basically done with bots. Now, there's all sorts of bots, but these are bots that can drive the price down. This one is much more difficult to spot because you can see bots, but you don't know exactly what the bots are doing sometimes. This is, but if you see a bunch of bot activity and the price is driving down, the project could be getting manipulated. So you have to be careful for that. The problem with this is sometimes that manipulation can be happening by the devs. I'm not saying it's common or anything because I don't really know, but some devs can do that to their own project, and that's kind of their way of exiting, if you will, and stealing funds. Another one is transaction fee scams. This one's easy to spot. Bot manipulation is a little bit harder to spot, but it's okay because if you have a good investment strategy going into it, you can still avoid some of the damage from this many cases. Transaction fee scams are easy to spot, and this is basically where there's a tax on a project to buy or sell. And it's not uncommon for some projects to have a tax, maybe a 5% tax on every buy, or 5% tax on every sale, or 3% tax on buys and sales for whatever reason. that can happen. But a transaction fee scam, and again, it's easy to screen for these, but this is where someone can suddenly change the contract. The transaction fee can be, 30%, 50%, 100% all of a sudden. You go to sell, if it's 100%, you're not going to get any tokens. They're all going to go to the wallet that is collecting the taxes on the buys and the sales. So you want to be careful for transaction fee scams as well. But again, these are pretty easy to spot. So how do we avoid common scams? Well, we use tools like Etherscan, Zapper.xyz, and Token Sniffer. I'll show you that in action. We use Dex Tools, not Dex Screener. DexTools.io is another one. I'll show you that in action here in a moment. You'll get to see it firsthand. I use these tools along with my meme coin risk profile checklist. Here's this checklist right here. This checklist, we use Etherscan. We check the contract creator address. We go check it on Zapier.xyz. This lets us look at the creator. What are they currently holding? How much of their own tokens are holding? We get all sorts of alpha. Do they have a bunch of meme coins? Have they been investing heavily in meme coins? Have they been crashing the market with meme coins? There's just a lot of interesting information you can get when you check out the creator's address on Zapper.xyz. We also on Etherscan like to look at the transaction number. By the way, Etherscan and Dex Tools and Token Sniffer, there's a little bit of overlap, but I always like to go to Etherscan, especially to check transaction numbers and the holders and what percentage they have. Dex Tools pulls information from Etherscan, so you can get a lot of information from Dex Tools as well. Again, we'll look at this in real time here in a moment. But you want to know, do they have a functioning website? Most projects that do really, really well have a website. Some of them don't start with one, but it's always a good idea if they have a website. We want to know, what are the actual tokenomics of the project? Do they have taxes? And if so, what are the taxes for? Do they have a Twitter account? Is there engagement on the Twitter account? Are there a bunch of bots responding to their Twitter account? We want to look at that. Do they have a Telegram? Is it Telegram engaging? Are there a bunch of bots in the Telegram? Is there liquidity on the project? How much do they have in the pool? How much is remaining in the pool? There has to be something remaining in the pool or you can't sell against it. Have they renounced ownership? Renouncing ownership essentially means they typically cannot make many changes, if any changes, to the smart contract. So you really like to see that they've renounced ownership. I'll show you how to check on that. Have they logged up liquidity? When you launch a project, you have to put liquidity on like Uniswap, whatever decentralized exchange you're using. Like you could be using this on PancakeSwap if you were on Binance Smart Chain or ApeSwap or whatever. It doesn't matter. But whatever exchange they're using, you want to make certain they've locked up the liquidity for an extended period of time. Some projects, and I could have put this under common scams, they'll do like a short 2-day liquidity lockup. Well, that's useless. You want to make certain they've got that liquidity locked up for, months, if not years. Sometimes you'll see liquidity locked up for 100 years. That's awesome. That means it's not going to become unlocked for a really long time. That's what you want to see. And you want to look at the overall DEX score. DEX score is just a pre-screening score that's given by DEX Tools. It's a good thing to be able to look at. And then Token Sniffer and the Token Sniffer score. Token Sniffer is kind of an impromptu automated contract audit. And a lot of times Token Sniffer and things that you see on Etherscan and Token Sniffer, you can find stuff there first before DEX Tools. Sometimes it takes DEX Tools a while to pull information, particularly if a project is really, really brand new. But these are the tools that we're using, and this is some of the stuff that we're looking for right here. How do we find meme coins with 100x potential? So how do you find out where meme coins are launching? You want to try to get in early to maximize your potential, but at the same time, how do you know how to get in early? Well, there's Telegram bots is first of all. Like this is cool because with Telegram bots, you can set up an alert. Let me actually see if I can find, yeah, here we are. If you search in Telegram, DEXT space live space new, NEW space pairs space bot, you're going to get several options, and you can choose Ethereum blockchain. You'll get several options over here on the side. You can look up the Binance Smart Chain, wherever they have, projects. You can look it up, and you'll get these alerts every single time. Listen, something was launched at 512, 513. These are brand new projects. 514, 518, 519, 519, 522. Almost every minute, 523. Those projects. It tells you how much liquidity is there, the token contract. You can click right here, go straight to the project on DEX Tools, Bfrog. And this project basically has rug pulled, by the way. They did it quickly too. So the Telegram bots work really, really well. The other thing that you can do, in fact, let me go back to the Telegram. Let me show you this. If I scroll down, these are live, projects right now. And by the way, I always like to see 1 ETH worth of liquidity. I like to see more than that, but at least 1 ETH of liquidity. So we can click here. Let's go check out this project. Just launched. If we wanted to get on this thing right now, we could do it. This is the launch price. The current, what is the current market cap? We're getting in. Oh, there's not even a market cap yet. So that's crazy. I don't even see a trade yet for this project. So that would be crazy. I would come here. Yeah, they just add liquidity 3 minutes ago. It's not even got to Dex tools yet. So that's crazy stuff there. So by the way, while I'm here, let me just show you some things you can look on Etherscan. You can come here. You can look at how many holders here. You can look at how many transactions. You want to see 20, 30, 40, 50 plus holders at least on a brand new project. You want to see more transactions than holders, obviously, like more than 1-to-1. You want to see quite a few more transactions than holders, ideally. You can come here. You want to see that if you go to the first transaction, you should see where they've added liquidity. And ideally, you want to see where they locked liquidity. We don't see that yet. The other thing that you can do, we don't have to worry about it now because this project just launched, but you could come to holders and you can see, yep, one address is holding 100% of the supply right now. That's obvious. Come to contract. We can come to read. Look at this. Do they have owner? Yep, come to owner. It's not always up here, by the way. Come to owner. And you want to see, when they renounce ownership, this will say 0x000000 all the way through. Right now, somebody's holding it. So we could literally, if we wanted to, we could click on this address. We could click copy. We could go to Zapper. We could come here, hit Control V. And so this is interesting. This is someone who has a little bit of Bob. They have a little bit of Wasi, whatever that is. Okay. They have $1,000 worth of ETH. This is interesting. I don't even know what this project is, but it's lost a lot of value. Who has any idea what this project is? But anyway, so you can get an idea. You can sometimes get some alpha on projects, which is just by looking at what the wallets that their creators are holding. So that's very fascinating. That's Telegram bots. The other thing that you can do is come to Telegram, come to Dex Tools. Right here they have live new pairs. Same thing, and you can do this by the way for Ethereum. You can switch over to, BNB or whatever. 1 minute ago, this token was launched. 2 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, 6, 8, 11, 21. These are live launches that are happening right now. You can look at how much is in the liquidity pool and what is remaining in the pool. You want this number to be bigger than this number. And you can scroll down and just kind of watch what's going on here. This thing's up 348%. It's got 4.4 ETH remaining. That means there's enough liquidity to cover. That's good. And then if you wanted to, you could click over here. Oh, where'd it go? We could click here, take a look at it, and it just launched. Let's see. Okay. Contract verified. Do not like that at all. There's no deck score. Yeah. No, don't like this project. It just launched though, but still, I'm not loving this project. Totally 4 ETH sold, 3 ETH sold, 6 ETH sold. What's token sniffer say? 0 out of 100. Yeah. See, source does not contain a fee modifier. Source does not contain a block list capability. Ownership renounced or source does not contain an owner nope. Owner creator wallet contains less than 5%. Nope. Nope. Definitely would not invest in something with a score of 0 for sure. So I just showed you, you can come to Dex Tools, use the live new pairs if you're finding something new. You can use Telegram bots as well. The other thing that you can do is come to the home page and you can find projects. You can sort by score if you wanted. That's one way you can do it. This project right here, when I was talking about fee scams, this person can change the fee if they wanted to. And what's interesting, this project's been around for 2 months. Sometimes I like to look at projects that have been around a while and see how they've done. Their liquidity right here is locked up for 9 months. Okay. Very interesting. This project recently started pumping. Not sure why. This would cause me to go to their Telegram group, the Twitter group, see what's being said. See, I had a previous pump. Okay, so this is good. I'm so glad. Okay, so this is good. This project here has had this massive pump, and then it came back down. Wouldn't it suck if you rode all of this and you didn't take any profit? So I love to be able to take profit along the way. I'll be talking about my whole investing framework in a minute, but I love to take profit along the way, and this is part of the reason why. Because it's going to start pumping again. Let's just say that you got in. Let's just say you got in right here. Well, if you could ride that thing up to that's a 900%. It did a 10x. It absolutely did a 10x. That's crazy. And then it hasn't done a 100x, but I would have to do some more research, but it's starting to pump again. This is great. Let's see where we're at. Here. There's a right there. That's 100%, 138% pump right there. This would be an awesome project. You should be able to be in a risk-free position and just hold this project. It's an AI project. This is not the one I was talking about earlier, by the way, but it's an AI project. So who knows? AI is catching on. AI is becoming all the rage. This thing may turn into, I don't know a thing about this project, but it could, it could potentially turn into something. It's hitting new all-time highs since however many days ago. Over about a week and a half there is hitting new all-time highs in the past week and a half. This would be the kind of project. This is why you want to hold risk-free bags. And if you got in early, No matter how much it pulled back, you're still ahead of the game. If you took profits on the pump, you're still ahead of the game. I'm getting ahead of myself, but this was a perfect project to point this out. Now this project has fees. I don't like that. It has a buy tax and a sales tax. I don't personally like that, but I would go to the community and see what are people thinking about it. What is that AI doing? Why does it have these fees? The current market cap on this thing is only 1.66 million. That's very interesting. I'm actually probably going to do some more research on this project. I don't like all this. The tax is modifiable. Do not like that. Transfer pausable. I don't like any of this. I will go check out the community, but I want to see green arrows. They've not renounced the contract yet. Nope, don't like that at all. I know it has a good deck score. There's a lot of things I do not like. Let's go to token sniffer. What's the token sniffer score? 75 out of 100. Okay. Don't love that, but okay. Oh, they got a token burn. That could be interesting. The owner creator has less than 5% circulation. Okay. All holders have less than 5%. That's good. Adequate liquidity. At least 95% of liquidity is burned or locked for 15 days, for at least 15 days. If you know anything about Eve AI, let me know. It's fascinating. I would do some research on this project. Normally if this project was new, I wouldn't pay attention to it. We want to look at Telegram alert bots. We want to look at the DEX tools list, and I want to come back here real quickly. Daily gainers are good to look at. Recently updated socials. All of this stuff is good. Hot pairs is what I really like. I like looking at hot pairs. What's hot? Went up 100 something percent. Let's take a look at that. And then I'm going to take it to the pre-screening checklist. I'm also going to look at entry points. If a project is like Pepe, for example, Pepe's been around a while, is pumped like crazy. A project like this, if I was looking to get into it, I'd like to get in on small green candles, but in this case, I'd probably pull it back to the 12-hour chart, see what we got. Okay. So what I would probably do here, I would draw a line, just to let you know. Probably drawing a line on this one. And I want to make sure it doesn't fall below this blue line probably, just for future reference. If it drops below that blue line, I just keep an eye on it. Now, here's something else I like to look at. This is picking an entry on a project that's been around for a while. I'll sometimes do this, and I'll start at this candle, and I'm kind of watching this area here. I want to see if it breaks above there. Does it break above there and stay above? Because a lot of times when it breaks above that sort of a line, breaks that short-term trend there, I say short term, it's a 12-hour trend on a meme coin. That's on an early meme coin. Sometimes that's kind of a long-term scenario. So if it green candles through that, or on this candle or the next one, it could definitely pump from there. So that's worth paying attention to. So see what we're doing on the 4-hour chart. This is going to be interesting to see what happens there. On a project like this, I might wait and see if it breaks through this, and if it does, that might be where I would take a position using my take profit framework. Again, we'll be covering that a little bit later in the video, but this is where I would kind of look at picking an entry. One more thing that I do, just so you know, I don't know if this is a good one to show it. Sometimes you'll see a trend, like a channel, if you will. And a lot of times I'll mark a channel with 2 lines, and I'll wait to see if we break above or below the channel, or you call it a trend or whatever. And I could do it here too. I could draw 2 lines here and wait for it to break above this line here and see what happens. This trend line, to me, right here, the stronger trend line, the more recent trend line, is one that I'm really paying attention to, just so you know. I just like to see how violently it breaks that trend line. I want to see it break it definitively. And if it doesn't, then I want to see it respect this line here, just so you know. Again, I'm not trying to do hardcore technical analysis. I'm just looking for an entry point if I think there's potential in a project. If I look at a project and I didn't get in it super, super early, but I think it's going to go a long ways. Listen, if you believe in the future of Pepe, this thing is only a couple weeks old. So a couple of weeks is not a brand new project, but we definitely didn't get a massive pump and dump here in 2 candles. A lot of projects, if you're trying to get into a super new project, they're going to pump and dump within the first few hours and be finished with. So it has a really high DEX score, by the way. Let's look at see what else it's got. It's got a blacklist, unlimited number, anti-whale mechanism. Okay. They did renounce ownership. That's good. That's really, really good. There's 82 different pairs. That's good. What does Token Sniffer say? Only 50 out of 100. You got to be leery of that. There's been a lot of criticism of the Pepe token. You can recognize why when you look at the holes here. Definitely, I mean, I don't mind telling you I'm actually holding a small position in Pepe. A lot of people are like, oh, should you get into Pepe? Should you get into Pepe? It's too late. It's too late. First of all, if you know how to get in and you go in properly, you're not worried about your position. That's the key. Small shots often. All right, we'll talk about that a little bit more. So how do we find out early? Telegram bot, and then Dex tools and social media. If you're in a Telegram community where people invest in meme coins, you're following, YouTubers like myself who may invest in meme coins, for example. By the way, quick plug: smash the like button. Social people on Twitter, YouTube, anything on that, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, listen, Doge exploded because of a whole TikTok movement. So same thing with Shiba Inu. They totally exploded because of TikTok and Instagram Reels. So if you're following people on Instagram, you're following people on TikTok, not just people who drink the Kool-Aid of one single project, but people who are willing to invest across multiple projects, then sometimes you can find out about projects happening even early. Because a lot of these influencers, companies reach out to them to pay for exposure. Hopefully they're honest about that payment, but that's a way to find out about projects that are popping off potentially. I have yet to receive a payment from or sponsorship deal from any meme coin projects. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't, but I haven't yet, and I promise I will always be transparent with that on my channel. So social media is a great way to find out about projects even before they launch in some cases. And by the way, if you find a YouTuber or someone on Twitter or TikTok that is making content and they've been paid for that, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Still do your research, still run things through the checklist, just sort of pre-screen through the entire checklist up here. One good thing, if a project is paying for influencers and they've renounced ownership and they're, when you scroll through everything, you pre-screen it, it all looks good. That could be really good. This could be a project who's willing to pay for marketing to launch, at launch. That's a good thing. There's a lot of projects that don't know how to market. So you might be looking at a meme coin that actually knows how to market itself a little bit, at least the developer does. And that is super, super cool. Now it's better if it's organic, but projects can't be organic until there's at least been a community started, and the developer may choose to use some marketing to get the momentum started. So it's not all a bad thing. How to find meme coins with 100x potential? Look for projects that are launching, and then look for projects that have a story. All of your really successful meme coins end up developing a long-term story about them. Whether it's Shiba Inu, whether it's Doge, Doge was a joke, right? The whole thing about Shiba Inu, the thing was never supposed to go anywhere, and then it becomes a project that has utility. Pepe, it was just a whole bunch of whales creating momentum. Well, if the thing continues to pump on its own, at some point it's not about the whales anymore. It's community has taken over. So stories create community, and community help perpetuate a story. Just keep that in mind. My meme coin investing strategies. Always the goal is to find a project that could potentially 100x. We want that 100x meme coin. So we're looking to try to get in early, or at least as early as possible. We want to know, is there a community around the project? So we're going to check all the socials. Are there people talking about it on Twitter? Are people talking about it in Telegram? Is it true engagement? Does it actually have a story? Once we know, whether there's a story, whether there's a community, are we able to get in early? Does the project look good? Does it fit? I could have put in here, does it fit the risk profile? Does the checklist look good? If so, that's a great thing. Then we're going to limit risk along the way. We're going to take small shots into projects. No matter how good a project looks, you got to understand, meme coins are almost 100% investor community driven. Period. Most of them aren't born with a long-term vision. It's not one day we're going to be this project, or one day we're going to, in the play to earn space, we're going to create this incredible game. In crypto, there's a lot of things that have like a long-term vision. Meme coins don't usually launch with any long-term vision. So they can be very volatile. The best project with a great contract can crash. So you want to take small shots, really small shots. If you have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands to invest, and you're talking about a few $100s at most. If you've got, less than that, then you're probably going to be on the Binance Smart Chain, and you're going to be taking, $50 shots or $25 shots on projects. Literally, you want to take small shots often, because it's a game of numbers. Most projects will go to zero no matter how good or bad they look. But one project popping off, doing even a 5 or 10x, can oftentimes make up for a lot of projects that missed. And if it does 100x, that's a game changer. That is a game changer. Always make certain that you're using disposable income or renewable income. Renewable income meaning that you always have some sort of renewable income source. You can have brand new, fresh income every single week or every single month, and you can use that for some of your higher risk plays, knowing that you're probably going to have some more income next week or next month. No matter what happens, you take a $200 or $400 shot on a cryptocurrency meme coin, and it doesn't do anything, or it goes to zero. Well, maybe you take another one. It doesn't do anything. It goes to zero. Well, now you've got, what, $800 into this thing. Well, you don't worry about it if you have another $1,000 coming next month. It's not a big deal. It's almost not a loss if you've got more funds coming in the next month. That's what I mean by renewable income. Again, I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. You want to earn profit on the way to the 100x. In other words, I don't marry any one project. One of the problems in crypto is there's this tribalistic thing where people get so invested into one project. And a lot of times in meme coins, people are treating a meme coin like it's their lottery ticket. And unfortunately, they get in late. They get in because there's already a community being developed. They get swept up in the story. And they're like, yeah, this is my thing. And they hear something like the guy invested $3,400 to make 5.6 billion. And they don't take into account that 3,400 could have been, part of his $100,000 portfolio. The guy didn't take his last $3,400 and invest into SHIB just to make $5 billion. He didn't do that. So you don't want to go in and treat it like it's a lottery ticket, and then you get so invested into a project you think it's going to go up, and you're probably never going to sell. And there's all sorts of, that's just bad investing. So don't ever marry one project 100%. You can like a project, you can appreciate a project, you can respect a project, but don't ever marry one project. You want to be in a lot of different projects, especially in meme coins. When projects are launching, it is absolutely 100% impossible to know for sure that this project is going to 100x. So you want to have a profit-taking system before you ever invest. You want to have a whole profit-taking strategy. This is what I plan to do. These are the points in which I plan to take profits, and this is what I'm going to do to create essentially a moon bag, if you will. And I'm going to show you my entire process. Ideally, you want to be able to make a profit flipping meme coins. I mean, you go into projects, you take profits. And then after taking some healthy profits, you want to know that you're holding some meme bags. Ideally, you want to have meme bags everywhere. Maybe in the beginning you have 5 or 10 or 20 meme bags. What I mean by meme bags is cryptocurrencies you're holding a bag of that cryptocurrency, a portion of that cryptocurrency, and you don't care what it does. You don't care if it goes up. You don't care if it goes down. You really don't care at all. And so you just know that you're investing for the future. And that's it. And you've already taken profit, and you're not worried about how much it goes down or how much it goes up. It would even be better if you didn't even look at it. Now, let's talk about my framework, and then I'm going to show you some specific examples, if you will, of investments that I've looked at. First of all, I use renewable income. So I have new income coming in every single month, passive income, if you will. And I take that income and I make an investment. And when I make an investment, the first thing I'm trying to do is double. So lately I've been using 0.2 ETH. So I go with 0.2 ETH. And by the way, that's almost too small amount because of gas fees right now, but that's okay. Gas fees won't always stay this high. You go in with 0.2 ETH, and when it doubles, when you get to 0.4 ETH, you take out your original 0.2. Now you've broken even. Now you're good to go. If it goes to zero, it doesn't matter. You've got your investment out. You can't get greedy. You got to get to risk-free position as quickly as possible. Put in an investment. When it doubles, pull out the original investment. Now you're going to sit on it and let it double again. So let's just say I put in 0.2 ETH, and in a few hours it goes to 0.4. And that has absolutely happened to me. 0.2 goes to 0.4. You immediately pull out your 0.2. So you've got 0.2 ETH back in your MetaMask. And now you got 0.2 ETH worth of meme token sitting there invested still. If that doubles again, let's say that 0.2 goes back to 0.4. Now you're going to withdraw one more time, 0.2 ETH. So at this point, you've withdrawn a total of 0.4 ETH. You've made 2 withdrawals, and you still have 0.2 ETH sitting in the wallet. Now you got 0.4 in MetaMask, and you're still holding 0.2 of those tokens. And at this point, you're going to just hold it and wait for it to do a 10x. When it does a 10x, your 0.2, if it becomes 2 ETH, you can withdraw half. Now you got 1 ETH, and you're still holding 1 ETH of the token. If it 10x's from there, your 1 ETH would become 10 ETH, and you're going to withdraw half. At that point, you started with a 0.2 investment. You've withdrawn 0.2 twice. In this case, you withdrew 1 ETH, and you withdrew 5 ETH. That is a significant return at that point. You have to focus on the return of the original investment. So often people look at how much their actual current position they're holding is. Your goal, once you make that first withdrawal and you get your money back, you get much less concerned about the dollar value of that position. Because keep in mind, we want to see this eventually do like 100, a full-on 100x plus. The truth is, when it's done a 10x and a 10x, you've actually gotten 100x out of it. That's the truth. You've withdrawn profits once that's happened. But now you're going to hold it to 100x or more. You're going to just hold it till it does another 100x, or you're going to hold it till whenever. It doesn't matter. because you've made so much money. You put in zero point 0.2 ETH, but by this point, you've gotten out over 6 ETH in this case. You're just going to let it ride to wherever it goes into the sunset. It doesn't matter. You can say another 10x, I'll pull out half. And sometimes people only pull out 10x, I only pull out once, and then they just hold it indefinitely. That's fine. This is just what I like to do. I like to double, 10x, 10x, and just let it ride to 100x plus at that point. If you get to 10x's, understand that is 100x. So by the time you get another 100x, that's 200x. But if you look at something like Doge and Shiba Inu, those things did like thousands of X returns. This is kind of the framework that I like to follow when I'm investing, because I want to make certain I'm pulling out profit and I'm holding as many bags as I can for the future. And I want to be making money along the way. So this is a money making endeavor. And I'm just not buying tokens and just sitting on them forever. A couple of tokens that I've invested in that you're aware of. One is this token called the Turbo token. Turbo token has an incredible story. Remember I talked about following projects on social media? This is great. You got to take a look at this. This is such a story. This is not a developer who was trying to get rich on meme coins. He wasn't trying to pump and dump, wasn't trying to rug pull, nothing. Absolutely nothing. We'll look at the chart here in a minute. This is how I use AI to make a $20 million meme coin. Right now, it's way over $20 million. This is such a great video. I'll put it above in the cards, put it in the description. But if I don't, please search on YouTube. It's an incredible, incredible video. It's crazy. Long story short, this guy spent an entire week struggling using ChatGTP to do 99% of the coding for a meme coin. Then it made errors. Then he had to use ChatGTP to fix the errors. And then it's just crazy what he ended up doing. It's absolutely crazy. And then he talked about what he was doing on Twitter, and a few people got in. It had liquidity, and all of a sudden it was working, and he was done. It was not expected to go anywhere. Listen to this little bit right here. I'm going to play the video.
I considered that was the week. That was a lot of work. It was a fun experiment. I learned so much. I didn't know anything about deploying code or anything like that. I did it all from scratch, and it was launched. And I considered that to be the experiment almost done. Like,
so what he's saying is he's talking about he launched it. He woke up. He saw some people had made some buys and sells. There was liquidity. And it wasn't people from his original community, sort of. And he saw there were some outsiders that kind of bought into this project. And when he saw that, he's like, okay, I did it. What a cool experiment. So awesome. Hadn't really made any money. The market cap didn't really go anywhere. He just thought it's super cool. And then he continues.
that's success for me. Like, to get it to deployment was beyond what I thought it could even do when it started out as a joke. So I was cool. So end of the week, I do that. I sort of wash my hands. I'm like, it's a community token now. It's been launched totally fairly. It's open. I've got incentive to continue the experiment and be part of the community, of course, because I've got founders tokens, and I want to continue the experiment because it's interesting. I've never seen this done before, so I want to continue doing it. And there's lots that can be done within this to experiment. And I thought this could go places. Not my project anymore, so it's in the hands of whoever has the tokens to do whatever they want with it. You know, it can go in all different directions.
It's so incredible because this guy, like, you can literally see him processing as he's talking. Like, he's not really reading off a script or anything. It's so incredible because he's so believable. The story that was created, it's unique. It's interesting. It's phenomenal. Let's keep watching. We're almost done.
So I was like, that is the exciting part for me. Like, for it to become as decentralized as possible, and for people to have their own stories about what happens with it. Sorry. Because, like, that's what, because I've been seeing stories from people, and it's like, because I'm sitting here in my bedroom alone.
He's going to pull it together in a minute pretty quickly. So believable. So incredible what he's done. Using ChatGTP, you got to watch this video. It's just unreal.
Okay, so we get to launch and it goes pretty well, like as expected. I launch, and then I was like, I remember the first step It's all documented on TurboToad, but I won't. I'm not looking at that right now. But I just remember the first day someone launched a liquidity pool, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I don't have to do that."
So he didn't even launch the developer didn't even launch the original liquidity pool. That's crazy. Listen, you can go watch this whole video for yourself, but this is a story, and he goes on to talk about how it ended up getting, going to $20 million, and it was just mind blowing. This is Turbo Token today, right here. And by the way, I'm in this project. I'll show you in a minute. I got in over here. I'll show you exactly what I've done. Here's Turbo Token today. Now, if you were to look at this project, it's got a 99 DEX score. That's good. It did have the fee thing in here. I think it's gone now. He actually didn't know how to fix that at the time. He has renounced ownership. The owner address is the burn address, which it should be. That's good. Just for the record, in the beginning it wasn't. That's part of the. Sometimes in the beginning these things take a while to like flesh out, if you will. Total of 7 pairs. That means 7 different pairs are trading against it. That's pretty cool. When I got in, there was one. The thing is the total market cap is sitting at 80 million, not 20 million. That's incredible. If just getting in at the time, you'd have done a forex just getting in at the time the video launched. Now here's what's happened to me. Here's my position. I don't mind showing you. So right now, I got into this thing at point 0.2. It doubled to like 0.45 or 6 when I saw it. And the way I don't keep glued to the screen. I check 2 or 3 times throughout the day, 4 times throughout the day, and just if I see something I need to sell, I just sell. It went to 0.45 or something. I withdrew like 0.22, I think, of ETH, and this is what I have left. Now it has went down. At one point, it was down to 0.18 or 5 or something like that, and it's been all the way up to 0.36. If it goes to 0.4 again, I'm going to withdraw half. Then I'll have double my money. And then I'm going to hold on to that for whatever. So this is a project, not financial advice, but this is the kind of project. It's got a great story. It's an authentic story. The whole thing is fascinating, and it could potentially the first meme coin truly created by AI because the developer didn't know what he was doing. And this thing could absolutely blast off in the future. Let's talk about some more of my investments while we're sitting here. Actually, let me do this. Let me talk about a community token that I did invest in, but I looked at. I came over to DEX Tools, and I was doing my whole thing over here that I just showed you earlier on the DEX board. I come down here, and this is actually my favorite thing to do is come to the 99s. I like to start there and kind of look. I like for them to have no yellows, and I just like to look at what's there. Check out liquidity. What's the market cap? I prefer low market cap. I mean, if I can get to a 100,000 or less market cap, that would be amazing. That's usually hard to do. And I was doing this one day, and I was just searching, and I was like, okay, what do we got over here that's went up a lot? And sometimes I'll do this, and then I'll just scroll looking for the high. This is a 72 Pepe John. What has it done? 17 hours. $1.5 million market cap. Geez. It's already got 691 swaps. Pepe, I didn't know anything about Pepe John as I'm making this video. Come over here. I look at it. That's interesting. Geez, 69. Okay. Renounced ownership. That's good. Very fascinating. Pepe John's Pizza. That's funny. See, that's exactly what meme coins are all about. So I was scanning like this one day, and I found this project called Mong. Found the Mong website. Here's what I found out. This is a whole NFT project that had launched. The Mong. What does Mong stand for? Well, let's watch this video.
Now, the number one threat to cryptocurrency is crypto. Bitcoin could be displaced by Ether, which could be displaced by Dodge, which could be displaced by Hamster Coin.
He said Dodge, not Doge. These guys don't even know what they're reading. I swear to God. These guys are given notes, and they literally have no clue what they're talking about. But let's keep going. So Bitcoin could be replaced by Dogecoin, which could be replaced by Hamster Coin.
And then there's Cobra Coin. And what could Mongoose Coin do to crypto coin? In the area of fiat currency.
He meant to say what could Mongoose Coin do against Cobra Coin. He misspoke completely. See, this whole video, the guy's memeable because he's a joke.
The dollar will always be more important than the Uruguayan peso, and the Uruguayan peso is not a joke. There will always be an Uruguayan. The Uruguayan peso will always have some value. Will Mongoose Coin always have a value? I don't know. I just made it up. It's a joke.
I don't know. I just made it up as a joke. He didn't even know what he was saying. So somebody smartly came along and was like, okay, let's create the Mong token or the Mongoose token. And that's exactly what they did. Here's the thing. If you go to the Telegram, which by the way, I love they're telling you to go to the Telegram because they're building community. You always want to go to Telegram, always want to go to Twitter, see if there's any activity, see if there's engagement. There is in this Telegram group. This is very much an engaging Telegram group. They have NFTs. They had the NFTs before they even had the frickin' token, which is pretty incredible. The NFTs launched first. So they had a lot of activity based on the freaking NFTs, and then they launched the meme token. And the meme token's done pretty decent. I didn't get into this meme token, but this is where I was tracking it. Oh, so this is a line I created, by the way. I did that right there because it was going down, because everything looked good. Everything, I mean, it's locked forever here for 101 years. So everything was looking good. Everything checked out on all my screenings. So I drew a line just to see what happened. Now, when it broke above it, I don't know, I was investing in something else, didn't pay attention or whatever, but it broke above it, and look, it just took off. If I would have got in when the price broke here, I mean, that could have been really good. It went up right there, 33,000%. That's epic. Should have got in on that one, right? But that's going to happen. That's always going to happen. You're always going to miss projects. There's always projects. You don't worry too much about that. For me personally, I'm going to keep watching my stack of turbo tokens and see what happens. Earlier today, by the way, it was at 0.28. It's possible today or tomorrow, who knows, I could hit that 0.4 number, 0.44, 0.45. Either way, I'm going to withdraw 0.2, and I will have doubled my original investment, and I'm sitting on a bag of turbo token. And if this thing does, in fact, have a meme coin future, it's going to be freaking phenomenal. And I'm sitting here risk-free. Not only am I risk-free, I've already made money on it. Are you following me? This is incredible. Now, the key with being able to successfully invest in meme coins is you need to use funds that you don't have to rely upon. That's the key. Renewable income method. You need to have money coming in every single month or use disposable income. Now, in crypto, there's several different ways to be able to create renewable income. We're talking about passive income that's coming in every single month, or semi-passive income. You're looking for something that's going to create reliable yield. There's a lot of things that I do. I have bet mining for cryptocurrency, something that I've done for a long time. I've talked about before on this channel. If you want to know more about that, just let me know down in the comments. But you want to do something that's passive or that's semi-passive. Bet mining is pretty passive. You set it up, basically each day you let it run. You collect dividends every single day, and it adds up. I mean, I'm personally earning somewhere around $800 to $1,200 a month just in bet mining dividend. Period. End of story. You can sell options, you can do trading, you use trading bots. Those are all things that I have personally done and or doing right now, and that all produce passive income. And the truth is, only a part of that would I use towards meme coins, but it's fun. I'm able to literally take these meme coin shots, several shots every single month, totally for free from renewable income sources. My absolute favorite renewable income source is what I call the personal crypto hedge fund strategy. This is essentially being able to pick out traders that have a 6-month track record. You can monitor their track record. You can see their success, see their failure. You can kind of get a feel for their investment style. And then you don't have to worry about monitoring charts yourself. You don't have to worry about the markets going up or down. You can literally just copy what they're doing using a platform such as, for example, BingX. I'll put a link to BingX in the description. It is an affiliate link. You just come here. Once you sign up, it's very easy to sign up for BingX. You basically come here, go to copy trading, and then you can look at track records. Come over here to conservative. You could look at someone like this guy here. I actually like this guy. This is someone who I actually follow. Does it go straight up? No. Do they have dips? Yes. This guy has $180,000 of his own funds in the account that he's trading with. In 180 days, he's had a 239% return. Is there some risk involved? Yes. So what I do is I monitor these people. I have multiple traders that I follow. And then I take these traders, and I have a whole strategy on how I pick out traders. If you want to know exactly how I pick out my traders and what traders I follow, go down in the description and sign up for my journey from $500 to $5,000 per month copy trading. Put your name, email address, click submit, and you'll get a whole video explaining exactly what traders I follow, how I pick out traders, and I'll give you monthly updates as well. Let me get back over here. So I can come over here and I can look at what his returns are. I can come down here and see what his win ratios are. I can see how long he's been trading. This guy's been trading for 78 days. I'll show you another trader that I like to use, by the way, who's been trading for much, much longer than that. And he's even safer. Look, there's Jenny here. Come over to Jenny. Look at Jenny. Jenny has $16,000 in her account. She's been trading for 491 days. This is her 6-month track record. She takes on very, very little risk. She's earning about 10% a year, taking very, very little risk. She's too conservative for me, but that's would just be an example of what you could do. Let's see. This guy. This is what he's earning, 55% every 180 days. So he's earning over 100% a year. This is his risk profile. It's pretty good. This is his performance. He's had 2 small losses. Most weeks he's making money. It's freaking phenomenal. So you build a position here, you make somewhere between 5 to 10%, 4%, 3%, 5%, 10% a month, whatever, depending on how much risk you're taking. You take those funds and then you can make other investments, like in meme coin investing, for example. Start flipping meme coins and get as many risk-free positions as you can. Again, if you want to know more exactly about how I use this strategy, go down in the description. With meme coins, you can make a lot of money, but the key is you can't go broke while you're investing. That's the key. But I want to actually do a video next where I dedicate to looking at some brand new projects. We're just going to go through and see if I can find something, and I may even make some investments live on meme coins. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification icon, and click all if you want to be able to see that. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully I've been able to earn your subscribe. Decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.